GH. Jaron Ennis. 6-round TKO victory over Eimantas Stanionis. Now all of a sudden people forgetting that they was picking Stanionis or they said it was a 50-50. Now Stanionis ain't good out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But whatever. Lineal welterweight champion.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts?
Going into the fight, the energy for me was that Stanionis was going to try his best because he knew Stanionis been like lingering. He's been around. Like we've been saying his name, but he don't have the performances back to back to really like stamp him. So we know that he's one of them guys, but it's like we ain't been seeing enough of Stanionis. Boots been on what you would say a little bit of a roller coaster, a successful roller coaster, but a little bit up and down because every time Boots fight, we looking for the wow, like we looking for that every time Boots fight. So for me, I knew the energy was going to be up because you know this meant a lot to both fighters. So I called it being tough for the first 3, and then Boots getting him out between my numbers was 5 and 7. The reason I said that was because when I watched Stanionis again against Mastre, I said, this guy really don't adjust. This guy really just want to get you. He want to beat you up. And that's his best attribute is his determination. I seen him take some shots against Mastre, but deliver some shots. And what kept him confident with Mastre is the fact that he knew Mastre would be right there in front of me. So when I did my calculations, I said, Boots ain't gonna sit there. It don't make sense. It don't make sense to sit there with a Stanionis and try to trade with him. Of course, Boots gonna get his shit off, but you know what I mean? I couldn't see Boots just sitting there catching punches and trying to fire back. I seen more than that. Boots showed me that when I watched him spar. And the first round when I watched Boots spar, I seen him on his toes. I said, I like that. I like that because that let me know he was already looking to box. He went out there, established the jab, established his distance. Early on, I think in the second, he went to the body in the first round with the stab. He started with the stab. And as you can see, that was a problem for Stanionis. Stanionis real square, and him walking straight in like that was going to be a problem. He wasn't giving up too many angles. So Boots stabbing him to the body was definitely a problem. But I think it was like the second or third round, Stanionis folded over, and Boots put a beautiful hook on the side of his ribs, behind his elbow. And I knew from there, I'm like, all right, he got the right game plan. Even though I wasn't doubting it, but I'm like, yeah, that's how you go about it. You gotta punch them dudes in the body. You know what I mean? When they walking up on you like that, you know, breaking them up and punching the air out of them. And I think it was the end of the 4th, Boots hit him with like a little short uppercut. And right before that, Stanionis was pressing. He was pressing for like a good 15 seconds. And then Boots touched him with that uppercut. And there was another 10 seconds in the round. And I seen Stanionis like pause and look at Boots and kind of step with him, but wasn't stepping in. He wasn't pressing. So I said, yep, he felt that shit. It's a wrap. So then the 5th round got real nasty for him. 6th round, super nasty for him, and you know, you gotta quit in the corner, baby. You don't want to take too much punishment. You got a baby on the way. You gotta be smart. You know what I mean? You got the old lady at home waiting on you. Gotta be smart.
I felt like that was a good business decision, being that we saw Roman Villa.
Yeah.
His corner let him go an extra 3 rounds when he didn't need to.
Yeah.
And it kind of cost him his career.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
So now Lineal unified.
Yeah.
Welterweight champion.
Yes, sir.
The knock was originally, he was an email champ.
Yeah.
And now he took a belt off of somebody.
Yeah. For sure.
How are you feeling about not only the performance, but his career so far?
Of course, you already know how I feel about the performance. It was a great performance. But the way I feel about his career is I'm satisfied that he's satisfied with getting what he wanted, which was taking a title from somebody. Now, also what I like is even though we knew it, but now the world know who really is the man at 147 pounds. Now, a lot of people, I've been having this conversation probably like this last week. People keep saying, he too big. And I keep going back and saying, well, Tito Trinidad was bigger than Boots, big puncher. Tommy Hearns was bigger than Boots, big puncher. And Paul Williams was bigger than Boots, volume puncher. Nobody ever said these guys should hurry up and move up. They never tried to rush them out of division. So that part bothers me that people say that, but at the same time, you know what? As long as the man can make 47 and he comfortable with it, I'm comfortable with it. And I mean, I want him to go to 54 only because I know that's where the real party gonna start. That's where you're gonna really start seeing some crazy shit out of Boots. But if he want 47 entirely, I'm in agreement. I can't be mad at that. You know what I mean? And I'm happy for him right now. He 34-0, 30 knockouts. What more can you ask for? You know what I mean?
What was your thoughts on people saying that he was wagering before the fight?
To me, when people do that, that's reaching. Because every fighter look different weighing in. I was just looking at Lamont Roach. He looks different. He did an interview with Andre Ward. He don't look like the same guy. Like, come on, that's every fighter.
Especially dudes that got fat faces. Some dudes just got that. For if you ever know him, all his weight seemed to go to his face or his legs.
Yeah. So to me, that's people reaching. That's people just trying to sound smart, trying to sound intelligent. And when they say that, what's actually happening is people are wishing on the downfall. So if something happens, if something does happen, they could be like, "See, I told you he was too big. He was weight drained. This and that." That's what they want to say. That's what they waiting to happen. You know what I mean? That's what they on. So it is what it is.
Talk.
What my show's on?
It's authentic.
What is he?
The who? Under the ring.
On the front?
Yeah.
Was this his best performance?
Villa was the best performance to me because with Villa, he gave us a movie. He gave us a movie because of the time frame. This what we just watched was a short series. This was like a 2-episode series. You know what I mean, this was like a preview, like almost like a what could happen to you if you play around. You know what I mean? But when he gave us Villa, that was like a movie. He broke him down.
People are gonna get mad at me. People criticize you, me, Bread, anybody that's ever come across this channel.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I'm gonna make this statement, and everybody's gonna be like, hey, "There you go."
Yeah,
he's better than that. That, like, to me, that wasn't. I feel like for that performance is probably 60% of what he can do.
You know what though, Mill? You gotta understand this, Mill. In history, Philadelphia always got a bad motherfucker. We always got a bad motherfucker. It's just been a little bit since we had one like this. You know what I mean? Who bring the razzle dazzle. You know what I'm saying? But he got the hard work and everything else to back it. You know what I mean? And they looking for a flaw because this is not the guy you're gonna catch in the club. This ain't the guy that's gonna get caught up in a rape scandal. It's like this not that guy. You know what I mean? And I don't want to speak no bad energy, but I'm just saying this is a pure dog, a bred dog. Like he come from a great line. You know what I mean? So I mean, it is what it is. People just hate hearing us talk about him because in history, you always had to mention Philadelphia when it comes to boxing. Philadelphia is the mecca of boxing. So you're going to get shit like this. You know what I mean? It's normal to us.